Oh, hi, friends. Welcome to Life of Brian. My name is Brian, and this is my life. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by tonight or today, whenever it is that you're watching this video. This video is going to be a little different, as you may have gauged or implied from the title. I'm not gonna. I've gotten a couple things in, collection wise. I even said I was going to do a video this past weekend. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, as I'm recording this. And I should have already had a video out this past weekend. I said I was going to do one Friday or Saturday of this past weekend on a Halloween box set that I have for the whole halfway to Halloween thing. Well, wasn't feeling it this weekend, and yeah, just life. And really didn't intend on doing a video today, but I got home a little bit ago, had dinner over at my mom's with her and she and my stepdad, and just today's really geared me into doing this video in particular, just from a so-so work day. And then everything was fine at my parents, my mom and stepdad's. They're just very connected to what's going on in the world, all over the world. And not that I'm not, but I don't have to keep up with that stuff, you know, every minute of every day the way they do. Not knocking them. They that's their thing. It's not my thing. Not that I want to pretend it's not going on, because I know it is, and it's affecting a lot of people. I just I choose to I choose to find my enjoyment elsewhere, and that's what led me to doing this video tonight, and really why I am well, I think I fly by the seat of my pants every video, but really for tonight. And I'm really I'm really feeling even more nostalgic than ever tonight, and really want to hone in on the things that bring me joy, the things that make me happy. And a lot of times it's as simple as just seeing some of the things that I have, like these Viewmaster reels, Kiss, Cedar Point. But these Viewmaster reels, they take me back to childhood instantly. I have a Viewmaster player, so I do put those in the player, and I'll click through them, not every day, but probably every other day. These things, these have a 45 in them, but it's a read along storybook for Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. I know for 100% fact that I, not this actual copy, but I had this when I was a kid. And when I found this and this one at Half Price Books, which I think I left the sticker in here. Yeah, I did. It was Half Price Books. I kind of came unglued a little bit, because Star Wars for me as a kid was an escape. It was a happy place. And I'd say escape, not because I had such a horrible childhood or rough upbringing. I didn't. But I think at every age of our lives, we need an escape from reality. And I know for a lot of us now as adults, it's Kiss, and it's mine too. But I still gravitate towards things like this, things that I remember were escapes as a kid. This doesn't have really any nostalgic meaning to me, but I just love the cover of this freaking sleeve. I with the light flares and just the fact that it says disco rock. This thing is so amazing. Not to mention that it has the freaking notebook photos on it, which I don't have any of, but that shot of Ace is, aside from his smoking guitar Alive 2 photo, that's got to be one of my favorite shots of Ace. I say that. There's probably 15 pictures of Ace that are my favorite. Anyway, this this cover has always made me smile. This is my favorite, 100% favorite cover. It's not necessarily my favorite album. It's up there. It's depending on the day it could be, but this is my favorite cover hands down. I've always loved this cover. I can't wait for the 50th anniversary of this later this year in the fall. I really hope Kiss doesn't screw it up. I hope they take a page out of what they did with Destroyer and not necessarily re-release a belt buckle, but anyway, that's for another day. This is happy. This is positive. No negativity in this. Come on, man. Anyway, so what I kind of did, spur of the moment, just off the cuff, I didn't spend a whole lot of time doing it, but it got me thinking of not just Kiss covers, but the logo and the way they do the logo on different covers. And the ones that really came to mind to me were this. Well, this is one of them. And again, not necessarily the cover, but just the way that logo looks. Oh man, I love that. And oddly enough, as we're talking about that logo, that's what sparked me to. That's what gave me the idea for the logo of this channel on my Instagram channel. Hey man, nice channel shirt. It came from, or I really wanted to use those colors in the logo that a friend of mine made for this channel, and I also use on my Instagram. This is the logo and a cover. I love the way that it's just the curtain with the Kiss logo, and it's just a black logo with white outline. And I mean, it can't really get much more generic than that. But on this cover, I love it. And then, so going into my, diving a little more into my youth, we're going to say my teenage years, probably between, this would be like middle school, junior high, 12 or 13 up to 14, 15. I really wanted to be an artist. Really wanted to be an artist. The problem was is I didn't draw anything original. I could look at something and draw it freehand, almost identical. And well, granted, it was already like a drawing. I didn't trace it, but I basically freehanded a drawing, and I loved doing that. And it was helping me branch out into drawing other things. Well, one of the things that I never finished, but that I started trying to replicate was this cover. And I didn't have the vinyl back then. It was a CD, but the logo on this again is kind of like Psycho Circus. It's just black and white. It's a generic logo, but for me, it's never been about the logo on this. It's always been about Ace, his makeup, the blue highlights in the hair. Just I don't know how many hours I looked at this cover as a teenager, and thought about my life at the time, thought about what I wanted for my future, thought about Ace Frehley, thought about Kiss, all of the things that a teenager thinks, all the daydreaming, all of the longing for something, and maybe not even really knowing what you're longing for, but you're longing for something. And this, I would turn on, even if it wasn't this CD, I would listen to Kiss as well as other things. And I'd look at this cover and I would try to draw it. Started with his blue hair and then got to where I was working on his face. Never finished it. Don't know whatever happened to that notepad or that sketch pad. But it's things like this. It's remembering those things, the things that got ingrained in us at a younger age, whatever age that is for any of us, any of you that are watching this. Something was instilled in you, ingrained in you, that over time, over the years, as we get older in life and all that, whatever the label you want to put on it, I don't want to say got in the way, but got in the way of that stuff. Redirected our dreams, our quote unquote goals. I say quote unquote because it may have been something that we really wanted, that we really thought we were going to strive for and get, but it didn't happen. Some may say, well, if it was, you know, supposed to happen, it would have happened, or, what happened was supposed to be. And that very well may be. But, and again, I'm, like I say in almost every video now, I think I'm just talking out loud to myself at this point, but I really think it's important for me and for us to remember those things. Remember what it is that motivated us. Remember what it was that got our blood pumping, that elevated our senses, that was our escape from reality, whether it was school or parents or bullies or even now, bosses, coworkers, debt, whatever it is, we did and still need an escape from reality. No matter how big or how small, we have to have something. Otherwise, we just lose ourselves. And I fear that there's a vast majority of society that's already on that road of losing themselves. And I don't want to be a part of that. I've heard that there's almost a rejuvenation with Pizza Hut, that there was already a few of the old original 70s, 80s Pizza Huts somewhere over in the East Coast, South Carolina, North Carolina. Well, apparently that's becoming a thing. And I really hope so, because not the fact that I love Pizza Hut, but it's what Pizza Hut meant. Pizza Hut, we went to Pizza Hut because of the whole experience, not because of the pizza itself, but because of what it gave us, the memories that we have now of it. From the plastic cups to the salad bar to the red and white Tiffany chandelier lamps over the tables, the red and white tablecloths. Yeah, all that stuff can be duplicated, but it's been gone. And I really think if that does start a resurgence where they start popping up all over the country, thank God, because I hope that sparks other things. And I hope that sparks us to find that thing or those things that we held so dearly and held on to so tightly when we were younger. And maybe we still do. Maybe there's those of you that still do. And I know I do to an extent. I'm buying this stuff again, buying physical media, buying belt buckles, buying vinyl, those kind of things that help unlock that stuff that's in our head, things that we may have forgotten about. Because it's all about that feeling of, holy shit, I had this when I was 8 years old. And just getting that feeling again, especially if it's something that you haven't held in your hand since then. I don't know if I'm making any sense to this. And again, like I said, I'm just shooting from the hip and just really felt like I needed to get something out. And if this is just for me, so be it. I really hope that the, all of you, any of you that are watching this, understand what I'm meeting and are right there with me, because it's up to us. Obviously, nobody's going to do it for us. And I'm kind of almost at my wits' end with the way of the world right now. And I don't mean anything in particular. I'm not, trying to get, this is in no way a political thing, but this, it's just, that's a broad stroke general statement of just the way of the world. I I need as much of an escape as I can get pretty much day to day. And I find it. I find it with music. Music's my escape. Always has been, always will be. I am a music-based person. I I can get lost in a song, let alone a record, for hours. I can put a song on repeat and listen to the same song over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Music music is huge for me. That's probably my biggest escape. And the more this little collection of mine grows, it's really it's really filling this fortress of solitude for me, and really helping me have my retreat, my escape, my middle finger to everything in the world that tries to keep me down daily. Screw it. I'm I can I can push that aside. That's a battle for another time, because right now me and the boys will be playing all night. And I thank all of you for watching this. I really hope you leave me a comment if you understand this, if you agree. Please leave me a comment on what it is that's your escape, where you go, what you do, because we may uh, we may need to swap ideas. Oh, again, this is Wednesday, June 10th, and it's middle of the week. We got 40% left to go, and then it's Friday night. Woohoo! Hope all of you are having a great week so far. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Please, 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 like I said, leave me a comment. You can like and subscribe all you want. Like I say every video, please leave me a comment. I want to have a conversation about this. I want to hear how crazy I am, how none of this made sense, and what it is that all of you do to block out the noise, to escape, to retreat, to find your happy place. Whatever cliche you want to throw in there. I really would love to know anything and everything. I really am, really am trying to make myself do a video every week. I guess I kind of am doing that, because my last video, I think, was last Tuesday. I think, whenever day that was. So this is the next week, so kind of am, but I'm really not doing it when I think I'm going to. So there may be a video here in a few days. I don't know. I'm not going to promise anything anymore, because is what it is. It's life. I love you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate the conversations that we have, and I look forward to having more. And I really do want to know what's up with all of you. What you guys do to block out all the shit. Thank you again. Until the next one, I'll see you down the road. Happy hunting, y'all, and remember to have fun.